Hi, folks. So good to see you. Thank you so much for joining this. Hello, hello. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Ruth. Hi, folks. Hi, everybody. If you want to just put in the chat where you're from, that would be awesome. So good to see you all. The last time I did an Instagram Live, my dog was here, and I learned that I can't do that again because she liked me being right near her food, which her food is right down there. And so she began to crunch and slurp. And so it was quite a loud Instagram Live. So she is now not available to do that. Liverpool, awesome. So good to see folks. Wonderful to have you join. I'm very excited about today. Keep letting me know where you're from, and that would be wonderful. And if you've done the inner mentor process before ever, I don't know, send some thumbs up or some hearts or something so that I know that you've done that. Maybe this is new for everyone. Oh, I see a heart. I see some hearts. Yeah. Great. We're going to start in just a few minutes. Thanks for all your amazing work, Ken. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Kind energy. I really appreciate that. Fabulous. I love this inner mentor process. And, I kind of discovered it for myself when I had a really, really big challenge many years ago. And as wild as this is, I then didn't do it for like 30 years. Is that even possible? I think it's possible. Yeah. Because I was so intimidated by the beauty of this me that I somehow didn't think I deserved it. But what I discovered is we don't need to earn that us. The imagining of that us reminds us that it's us. And that kind of clicks things into gear right there. Thank you for your kind words, folks. If you haven't said where you're from, let us know. That would be fabulous. You see if anybody else said where they're from. Oh, so many kind words. Well, we have Liverpool. That is definitely one. Well, I'm so excited about this because, and we're going to start in 2 minutes, I'm excited. Florida, yay, Florida. I'm very excited because I love this process, and it's going to be every Nice, wow. Estonia, wow. It's going to be every Wednesday. And it's going to be 20 minutes for you to reset and re-envision and get a vision and a goal and an insight for your week ahead. Every week. It's like an easy Croatia. Wonderful. It's like an easy spiritual practice. And we'll be starting in just a minute or two and ending right at 3:20. It's a joy to have everybody. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge our solidarity and our heartbreak and our outrage at what's happening in the Ukraine now. And I hope that for those of you who we're all affected, and those of you who are more directly affected, I hope that this process is healing for you today. We are going to start. It's 3:00. Let's start. Okay. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is going to be an every Wednesday thing at this time, and it's going to be a beautiful and sweet spiritual practice to help you align with your magic, your spiritual magic, this wisdom inside of you. And these are two fabulous things about what we're going to do, what you're going to be doing right now. These are two fabulous things. One is, as someone who has like a big inner critic, this process somehow bypasses my inner critic. So you're going to be bypassing your inner critic. And the other thing that you're going to be doing is finding wisdom that is homespun. It's from your intuition, and you might even feel like it's from your teachers and it's from your ancestors. There's just a depth and a resonance and a kind of vastness, an echo of something very compassionate and very beautiful and kind of transcendent that you may very well feel tastes of and touches of. And to have that touch on our shoulders guiding us is a beautiful, exquisite, wonderful thing that is just, this process democratizes that. We don't need a teacher for that. We've got ourselves. We don't need an authority. We don't need a guru. Not that we might not you really use those things, but for this practice, we don't need those things. So I'm going to guide you in this inner mentor process. And it's going to have two parts to it today. We're going to shift it up just a little bit. I'm going to start with a story, but I guess I'll say something first about what the inner mentor process is. It is a way to tune into the beautiful taste of wisdom that is uniquely yours. It's a way to tune into the language of your soul and your spirit, to taste that, to revel in it, to get soothing, to get guidance, to get insight, to get wisdom, and to get surprise. It's a way to learn to self-soothe your own heart. And, one of the most powerful soothers of our heart is a sense of direction and a sense of guidance. That's actually one of the Sufi names of God, is the spirit of guidance. There's almost, because we can face so many challenges when we have that kind of inner sense of why we're doing this and where it's leading us, and this inner sense of guidance. So the joy is that that's what you're going to be tapping into. That's what all of us are going to be tapping into in this process. But I want to start with a story. This is a story that I heard from a nutrition coach of mine, Connor Middleman Whitney, who was someone very amazing. Anyway, she had a Quaker wedding. And so in this Quaker wedding, there are these periods of silence. And then when the spirit moves somebody to get up and speak, they speak. So an elderly woman got up at their wedding. And she said, I have been married to my husband for, I don't remember what it was, 50 years or 60 years. And it's been hard a lot of times. I won't lie. And she said, but there's a practice that I do, that all of us are going to do today, that has been healing and soothing and really, really important for me, like a pivotal thing for me to have been able to keep this love alive. And as I just ask myself this one question, what is love asking of me right now? And you might want to take a minute and just think about that. What is love? Just go with that question. What is love asking of you right now in your life? And just see what comes up. Anybody want to write their response in the comments? Feel very free to do so. I would say I'm usually surprised by what comes up for me when I do this. So I want to offer that to you as a kind of entree and entry into this practice. And we're going to do the inner mentor practice for you, for your week right now. Be authentic, beautiful. Yeah. Such a brave act, being authentic, right? Isn't that like radical bravery? Lots more to say about that. To love myself and to be gentle with myself. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Folks, I just want to say to you, I just want to let you know that twice a year I open up 6-month intensives just for 12 people. And if you are interested in learning more about that, I'm now beginning to have free interviews with people that are interested in potentially doing that. Just go to deeperdatingpodcast.com and click on Work Privately with Ken, and you can, learn more about that and sign up for a meeting if it feels like a match for you. Okay, we're going to do the inner mentor process now, folks. So I want you to get really, really comfortable. Close your eyes. Just kind of cushion yourself, cradle yourself, find a contentment place inside yourself. That's a self-soothing practice on its own. It's like finding a way to get cozy in your body right now. And now I would like you to remember a time that you felt really guided by love. Like a time that you felt the intuition of love guiding you, maybe asking something of you and you knew it, you got it. Maybe it was a little thing like asking for a need to be met. Maybe it was giving love to someone who was kind of suffering or lonely. Maybe it was a big life decision. But take a moment to think about when you felt like love was calling on you for something and you did it. It's a fabulous question, and it doesn't have to be a big memory. It could be a little one, a time that you felt that love was calling you to do something, and then you did it, and how that felt in your heart, how that felt in your life, what it left you feeling inside. And just remember that and hold that memory gently. Let it kind of swirl around inside you a little bit. No pressure, no forcedness, just feeling it. Good. Just keeping that flowing inside of you, I'd like you to remember a time that you did something very bravely authentic in your life. A time you really stood up for yourself that you can look back on and say, that was really a good thing that I did and a really brave thing. A moment of authentic bravery. Just remember that. Good. And hold that feeling of you being brave to your truth and how that felt in your body, in your being, how that tasted. And we're just going to do one more. Just briefly now, remember a time where you felt like really in an elevated place, like a deep space of peace. Pardon the dogs on the block. We got a doggy block. A time that you felt a real sense of peace, a real sense of contentment, a kind of maybe a transcendent space, a deeply spiritual connected space, a space that to you felt very like special and wonderful and expansive. And just remember that. And what that felt like in your body, what that felt like in your heart. Just remember this, because these are all like facets of a jewel of the you that you're meant to be. Good. So now, I want you to imagine a you living in those spaces, the authenticity, the bravery, the peace, the connectedness, the kind of like elevation and transcended quality. Just imagine that you don't have to earn this or become it. I didn't do this for so long because I thought I had to earn it and be there. You don't have to be there. This is imagination. Imagine this you, unfolded, brave, living in your power, not stopping yourself, not pushing yourself or forcing yourself. Fully alive, but deeply open and peaceful too. Your arms open, your wings open. Just imagine that you. It's like the you you're meant to be. Just imagine him or her or them. Fantasy, just imagine. And what does this being's face look like? Look at this being's face, this being who is the you unfolded, the you that you're meant to be. What do their eyes look like? Where are they standing? What are they doing? Even how are they dressed? but mostly what shows in their face. This face of like the you that is like you. Good. And now, imagine just jumping into that being, that you, who is the you that you love and who has been loved by others and that is loved by the world and that is being invited to be in the world. Just imagine giving the gift to the world of being that you. All the people that are rooting for you to be that full-on you. Just imagine stepping into that you. This is your, like who you're meant to be. Like someday all this will be yours. This is the you you're meant to be. So it might be imagination, but it's also not, because you know this you, because it's the you free. So just imagine that fabulous you, and you're in that you now. You are inside that you. Good. What does that taste like? What does that feel like? What does that feel like in your body, your heart, in your cheekbones, in your heart, in your arms, in your pelvis, your belly, this you, in your throat, this you. Fabulous. From this place now, I want you to imagine looking at the you of today. And from this place, and I want you to speak out loud if you can, and if you can't, write it down, or whisper it, or say it quietly in your mind. I want you to call out guidance from this beautiful, beautiful you. Call out guidance to the you of today. What do you want to convey? What guidance do you want to give to the you of today to help that you become more like that? So just take a minute and let the words unfold. They'll surprise you as you do it. We're going to have a little bit of silence now, because I'm going to stop talking, in other words, because all of you are going to now whisper or speak or think guidance from this glorious, beautiful, wonderful, essential you to the you of today. Let's do it right now. Let it come from inside this place, like you're channeling. Feel the essence of the message. Beautiful. You can come back to this later, but that was fabulous. And now, imagine being the you of today, taking in this message. And you don't have to accomplish it. All you have to do is love it. Because then by osmosis, you become it. You become that you. And now imagine as the you of today, opening up your arms and taking your inner mentor into your arms. And the two of you are hugging each other, and you get this amazing experience of being the you of today and your growth path, and the you who is your inner mentor, full of this beauty, holding each other, and each being held by the other. Just imagine that. And you can do this anytime you want. You could do it 10 times a day. But now just take a minute to hold the message, the beauty, the sweetness of the message. You didn't need to go to a guru or a therapist for this. Not that I don't honor gurus and therapists, but like, this is your own inner mentor. So just taste that message and imagine that you lived that message and loved that message this week. Just imagine what that would be like. Take a breath in. Exhale and let it go. And this is your guiding insight for the week ahead. And I would love it if people could write down what came up for them. And I'm going to read everyone's out. What was the message that came? Just write it down now so I can read it out and we all can enjoy it. I'll tell you what mine was while I'm waiting for people to write theirs. Mine was that there is a family member who's having a really hard time who I love a lot. And the message was, it's okay to just love this person. That all the acts of love that you're doing really matter. That was an unexpected message, but it was a great one for me. Who else? Well, it seems like maybe people aren't wanting to share their message, and I have to say that's okay. But if anybody wants to share what the experience was like for you, that would be fabulous too. Just any comments about like what was hard, what was good. Use your voice. Stop hiding your light. Beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful. Anyone else want to share what that experience was like or your message? I love use your voice, stop hiding your light. Anybody have any questions about the process and doing it on your own this week? Oh, here's one. I wasn't wrong to love and trust someone who recently betrayed me. I wasn't wrong to love and trust them. I really needed to hear that. I love that message, Catherine. That's wonderful. And this is the deep self-soothing that our inner mentor gives us. But not just self-soothing, wisdom, real wisdom. Beautiful. Welcome, new folks. We just have 2 minutes left. Would anybody else like to share any experiences, any questions? If you feel like you're going to love this message and try to live it, even in a gentle way this week, let me see some hearts. Just convey some hearts. If you feel like you're going to, or write it as a comment or a wave or anything, if you feel like you're going to kind of like try to love this mess of hearts, yes, beautiful. If you feel like you're just going to love this message, like hold it close to your heart and try to live it and learn from it, beautiful, beautiful. So we are going to be a growing community. We're just starting this. Please invite your friends. And here is one of the most fabulous reasons why I encourage you to invite your friends. Because if you have a friend, afterwards you can each say what your inner mentor message is. And then you can check in during the week to remind each other about it and see how you're doing. I have someone that I do that with every day. We have an inner mentor sharing and we hold each other accountable every day, which is, it's a treasure for both of us. So I really do encourage that. Thank you all. I really hope to see you next Wednesday. I hope that you invite your friends, let people know about this. And more than anything, I just hope you love the message that came to you. And if anybody is interested in the intensive, just go to deeperdatingpodcast.com, click on Work Privately with Ken, because we are now doing interviews, and these intensives do fill up with a waiting list. So thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Carlina, who I think I know who that is and is amazing and an amazing, amazing coach. Thank you all and have a wonderful week. Bye, everyone.